Hello, best friend! You're not saying hi to me. I'm just kidding. Hi, best friend! Hi, Lucy! Hello! Hi! Hello! Hi! Yay! Hey! Hi! It's me! I heard you were asking for me. Lumi jump scare. Who's that? Are you seeing other people? Do you have other friends? You know that's okay, best friend. You just have to tell me. You don't need to be weird about it. That's weird. Oh my god, hi. Oh my god, hi.
Caressa tipped $10.
Yay! Best friend, why are you laggy? I don't know. Why are you pointing it out? Anyway, hey! I heard that you were asking for me. So, I'm here. Oh, wait! I need to disappear! What's that? Were you scared? I'm a monster. Were you scared? Oh, gee, it's best friend Lucy. Hi, Furry Kid. Hope you're doing well. Yay, I'm doing well. Were you scared? Did you get scared? I roared at you. Did you get scared? I was very scary. Yes. Anyway, hi. Well, I don't have much time because I have to move. But I was told that you wanted to see my book collection. So I thought we could make a book collection together. Yeah. I thought we could make a book collection or something. I thought that'd be cool. Yeah. What do you think, best friend? Would you be okay to do that with me? Would that be okay? Would that be okay? Where are you moving to? Alaska, Denmark. Alaska, Denmark. Yeah. 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 That's where. It's a place. It's a place. Yeah. This is huge. This is my special energy. Please don't bully me. Energy, let's do it. Why would you bully me? We're supposed to be friends. Why would you bully me? That's not very nice. Anyway. Book collection! Oh, wait, oh. There. Okay. Oh, wait. I can make it better. I can make it better. Okay. Yay! Now it's better. Okay. Yeah. Oh. I just have to write on it. I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure I'm supposed to do it. So don't be mean, okay? Don't be mean. Bugs. Yeah. Very nice. It's okay, take your time. I feel like you're making fun of me already. I don't appreciate it. That's not cool. That's not very nice. Okay, now it's better. Yay! Okay. I caught some. I was doing some bug catching. I'm actually gonna go catch them in Denmark. So, but here's what I have now. So it's gonna be here. I'm gonna put the bugs on, and then we can learn about them. And here's one. I think it's kind of cool. You know what this one is? You know what this kind of bug is? I haven't looked up all the bugs. What's that one called? It's a lantern bug. This one's a lantern bug. It's very cool. And he has a nose. Lantern bug. Did you know that this is a lantern bug? This is invasive species. That's why they let me take it for free. It's pretty cool. It's a plant hopper. And they eat sap with their nose. Well, I guess it's not a nose, it's a proboscis. It's not a nose. It eats sap off of trees. Does it glow? No, it's not a firefly. It's a lantern bug. These are separate creatures. No. Lantern. It does not glow. It looks like a lantern. Not everything with light-related name has to glow. Why is it called the lantern bug? Because it looks like a lantern. Why is it called a lantern if it doesn't shine? It looks like a lantern. But yes, actually, they make light at the tip of the nose. But no, that was a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. People used to think that they made light at the end of the nose, but it actually doesn't. It's a misnomer. Misnomer. It looks like a lantern from the 1930s. It's a lantern bug. It's a bug. Makes sense then. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they should probably change the name on that. Is that how they got the idea for the red-nosed reindeer? I think that's just because your nose gets cold when your nose gets red when you're cold. I think that's a separate issue. Maybe you've never been outside before, but I have. You seem kind of sheltered. It's a fun misnomer. Lightning bugs actually make light though. This fraud should be renamed. You mean fireflies? Whatever. This one's a lantern bug. I think he's kind of cool. He's good just the way he is. And he's cute. He's good just the way he is. He doesn't have to be any other way. That's the thing about bugs, is he can be exactly as he is. Lantern bug. I think he's good the way he is. I don't care. Just let bugs be bugs! Lantern bug. Oh, lantern. How do you spell lantern bug? It's from Asia. They also come from Russia. Yeah, that looks like a weird tamarind mango hybrid. You know, you're not gonna get very far in bugs if you keep comparing them to other things. What would happen if you ran across it like an orchid praying mantis or something? And you can't just keep comparing things to things you know. You have to take things with an open. This is why you're not into bugs. Best friend, I don't think you're really well suited for this job. Hey man, those are already compared to other things. You can't just keep on comparing them to things. Let's see, what's your favorite bug? I like bugs. What's the lantern bug's name? Can it be Jeff? Yeah, it can be Jeff. Yeah. Hey! My job's being your best friend. Well, you're not being a very good best friend so far. Okay, next bug. It's okay, I've got cool ones. Jeff the lantern bug? Yeah, that's his name. I like centipedes. Oh, I like centipedes. Centipedes are pretty cool. I like scorpions. I like scorpions. Yeah. I wonder if I have a scorpion in my box. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I might have a scorpion in my box. I have to go find and dig for it though. Right? Let's see how you're trying to keep us from bugs. She has never once told us the macros of each individual species in her bug facts. Fake fan. Don't eat bugs. You don't eat them. Bugs are for looking and appreciating. You don't eat them. That is not very nice. Would you let a scorpion crawl on you? Yeah, I've held one. It's not that big of a deal. They're nice babies. They're nice animals. Or they're nice arachnids. They're very cool arachnids. I can appreciate the taste. Why scorpions specifically? Because they look a little mechanical? Because they're the perfect predator. They haven't evolved for thousands of years. They're the perfect predator. They've been alive for a long time, and they haven't changed at all. And they're a much better version of the stupid spider. And the spider needs like lame webs to catch things, but the scorpion doesn't need anything. The scorpion's just cool. Yeah. Maybe I can put one into the box. I always forget they're arachnids. Yeah, scorpions are arachnids. That's why they're extra cool. I really like arachnids because they're a little bit different. Did you know that harvestmen actually have 7 legs, commonly known as the daddy long leg? And so people sometimes can mistake them for arachnids, but they're not arachnids. They actually barely even eat. They eat bugs a little bit, but not really too many bugs. They're kind of interesting. They're like half bug, half arachnid. They're strange things. Maybe we can get a harvestman. I used to catch those. Those were kind of cool. I liked harvestmen as a kid, but now I feel like I found better bugs, so now I'm not as interested in them. But they're still interesting, you know. I like moths. I think moths are pretty cool, but everyone's too obsessed with a Luna moth, and nobody pays attention to the other species of moths. And there's like way more different species of moth that are actually really cool. Like everyone only knows the. If you ask people about moths, they go, "Well, I know the Luna moth and I know the death's head moth. What about the poodle moth? Or what about the Venezuelan like bat-looking moth?" It's a bat. It's not a moth, but that one's still cool. It could be a moth because it's puffy like one. You know what I mean? That's the best one. No, there's lots of moths that are also very cool that you can find every day that are very interesting, and you don't need to just rely on the Luna moth to be kind of quirky and interesting about moths. Anyway, there's a cool arachnid. There's a cool scorpion called the blue forest scorpion. And you know what? There's people out there on the internet that like to pretend that their scorpion is like super electric blue, but that color doesn't really work, you know? And that color exists usually in birds. Like there's a minor bird specifically that comes in that kind of electric color blue with the crazy reflective plumage, but bugs don't usually come in those colors unless they're specifically trying to not be eaten. But predator bugs wouldn't really look like that. Predator bugs don't like to stand out in that same way because that would make them really obvious to see, and you don't want to be an obvious predator bug, otherwise you won't be able to catch your prey. Anyway, it doesn't make sense for a scorpion to be a bright blue color, but this is pretty cool too. It's blue. Yeah. And did you know that he is non-lethal, so he's just a friend? He's just a friend. He's just a friendly scorpion. He's got a painful sting, but mostly he's just friendly. Yes. Yeah. And he's kind of scared. He's a shy bug. He sure looks friendly. Yeah, this is a really common pet scorpion actually. Common pet scorpion because he's not very venomous. Yes, he looks friend-shaped. He's a really friendly shaped friendly guy. This is the Asian blue scorpion. Scorpion on. I wrote outside of the sticker. When are you gonna name him? I don't know. I don't usually do that. Don't you just get sick when a scorpion stings you? I thought most of them are venomous. They may be venomous, but they're not really lethal to humans. They kill other bugs and stuff. They're not human venomous for the most part. Also, the bigger the scorpion, the less venomous they are to you, potentially. It's the little ones that can be really deadly. The big ones are mostly... They will also use their claws to rip things apart and stuff if they really have to. So the bigger the claws, the less venomous. They don't have to rely on the venom as much. It makes sense. It's really easy to tell. So when you see a big scorpion, you shouldn't really be scared. Because the most part... At most, you're going to get like a kind of a sting that hurts a little bit. But otherwise, you're not going to get anything that crazy. The little ones are the ones you have to worry about. Like, especially if they're kind of like transparent. The clear see-through ones are very deadly. Yeah, I'm a soft spot for praying mantises because they'd be around my backyard growing up. Yeah, don't you shouldn't be too scared about them. They're pretty normal guys. So yeah, they're not lethal. They just hurt. Yeah, they just hurt. It's like a sting wasp spell, so it don't really hurt you that much. Actually, most things don't really hurt you. Even the necrotic bite ones. I mean, they're kind of like not great, but it's not like they're gonna kill you or anything. So it's completely fine. Yeah. Lizzie, can we name him Bob? Okay. You're really pulling up some unfantastic names for our kid. Both these bugs are Asian. What a coincidence. Well, I would assume that the more tropical the environment, the more unique the bug, just because they have to vary based on foliage and stuff, and if there's not a lot of interesting foliage, well, it's not like foliage isn't interesting in the western sphere of the world, but it just, in the western hemisphere, it's just that, you know, there's a lot more tropical looking flowers out there, and so they have to be a little bit more interesting looking with different features and stuff. But on the west, you don't really have to have that because the trees here are very standard, and yeah. You don't need that much by way of camouflage. I also think what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't really make sense for a bug to look super crazy if it was in the west and just on a regular bark tree. But if you're in the east and like you're surrounded by crazy flowers or something, you know, did you know that the Rafflesia is native to Southeast Asia? And so we don't have anything that looks like Rafflesia on the west. But if you had a Rafflesia on the east, then maybe there would be a bug dedicated to living on the Rafflesia. Maybe it could be a symbiotic relationship. I don't know. Very interesting. It's just about environment. It's not that complicated. There's probably really interesting bugs in the Amazon rainforest too. I haven't been, but I'd really like to go and see. Maybe there's a lot of really cool bugs in there. Yeah, it could be a tropical thing. Tropical rainforests are also home to way more bugs than the regular forests because they can obviously survive in a different environment, and there's a lot smaller things. Honestly, the more microbial and fungus related foods for bugs there are, the more predators there will be, obviously, and then the more things for those, and so on and so forth. It's funny because bugs don't really have the same kind of like bird mating pattern. Like bugs don't really have to do the same things. Bugs are more camouflage based. Well, I guess it makes sense. But I guess the thing is, nothing would eat a bird because it flies around and it's pretty fast, and so it's kind of hard to catch. So they don't really have to worry about camouflaging, so they can just be very interesting looking. But bugs always have to be sort of camouflaged because it's very hard, and a bird can always eat it. You know what I mean? Can we name the scorpion Emperor Jimmu and the lantern bug Scrambles Destroyer of Worlds? I really like that. I'm gonna name him Emperor Jimmu and the lantern bug Scrambles Destroyer of Worlds. Yeah. Oh, this one is Emperor Jimmu and the lantern bug is Scrambles. Scrambles is a really cute name. Is it because it looks like eggs? Some spiders eat birds. That's actually another misnomer. The bird-eating spiders do not actually often eat birds. And that is a misnomer. They don't often... That's only because some random person saw them a long time ago and they thought, this is a really big spider, so I must eat birds because birds are... It's a misnomer. They don't often do that. Maybe they could do that if they found a dead bird. But actually, most spiders prefer to drain juices out of live bugs, so it's not really... They don't actually do that. They don't actually eat birds at all. That's not true. Don't say that about spiders. You're moving to the jungles of Wyoming to find bugs. I'm going to Alaska and Denmark. It's different. Can you write that down so you remember it? Why don't you just remember it on your own? Use your brain to remember things. That's what it's for. Scrambles. That's such a cute name. I want to get a tortoiseshell cat named Scrambles now. Okay, anyway, next bug. This one. I think it's some sort of larva. It must be some sort of larva. Do you know what this one is? I'm gonna put it up here, maybe. I found it. I think it's like larval. It's kind of hard, so maybe it's fossilized. Cocoons? I don't know. It looks like bones. That doesn't make any sense. Did you phase out of existence for a second there? No. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, I don't know what this one is, but maybe I'll find out one day. Maybe I could ask some other people to see what they know. I think it's some sort of strange larva, and I don't know which piece. It was found. I was digging and I found it, and I just don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool. Okay, next one. Yay! I think that's a broken balsa wood plant. It's kind of porous inside, but look at this guy. It's so cool! Do you like it? It's a tree hopper. Tree hopper! It looks stupid. Well, you look stupid! This one's Brazilian. This one's from Brazil. It's a Brazilian tree hopper. It's actually very small. Actually, he's more like this big. Or smaller. Where does he hop from? Trees! They are also sap-sucking. Actually, this isn't the same family as the lantern bug, and they're actually similar bugs. Yeah. Apparently, nobody knows what the balls are for. It might be for deterring predators, but nobody can figure it out. No one knows what the balls are for. Oh, I must phase out of existence again. I may or may not have to phase again. Tree hopper. You should name him Pip. I think Pip is a fantastic name. That's really good for him. Pip. I'm gonna put the sticker here. I really like him. It scares me when you do that. Well, that's okay. Maybe it's okay to be scared. This one is a Brazilian BR. Tree hopper. Tree hopper. It's actually kind of a harmless bug. Well, this one is completely harmless to people. It just jumps around on trees, but it can kill trees because it sucks all the sap of the leaves and stuff. And they can lay eggs on plant surfaces, and so they're kind of a nuisance. So lots of people don't really like them, but they're very interesting. What spider do I need to get bit by to be Spider-Man? I think that's specifically a radioactive spider, and I don't really think that's gonna happen. Actually, these can come in like really weird, strange shapes. One of them even looks like a snail. I don't actually have one of the snail-looking ones, but I can show you a photograph of the one that looks like a snail. This one is the one. This one is another Brazilian. This is another tree hopper. This one looks like a snail, and it's super interesting. Honestly, we could spend an entire day on tree hoppers because all of them look so different. Here's a photograph of another tree hopper. Look. The tree hopper, being super mighty and able to jump from tree to tree, conquering enter forest, the ultimate name, calls out to the deep. Sally! You know what? Yeah, you know what? I think it looks like a Sally. I will accept Sally this time. Yeah, I do like him. And this one looks like... This one looks like... Wait, I gotta find a good picture. This one is the globe-bearing tree. I don't have the bug, but I have the picture and I can show. This is the globe-bearing tree hopper. Globe-bearing tree hopper. He's cool too. Yeah. His name is Oncidium globulare. It's so cool. What do you think? Do you like him? Do you like him? That's real? This is a bug. And there's one with a shield. Wait. There's one with like a... This one is called the champion tree hopper. They're really small, so you wouldn't really see it. But it's this one is called the champion tree hopper because he looks like he has a gladiatorial hat. Oh, I can't open them. I can't show you the picture. It's okay. I'll find another picture of the champion tree hopper. I'll find another one. Don't be alarmed. This is the Mexican tree hopper, but it looks similar. The champion tree hopper has a different colored hat. This one's the Mexican one. Mexican tree hopper. And then there's... I want to find the champion tree hopper. I can't get the picture to work. I don't know why I can't get the picture to work. Oh. Ah! No, I got it. This one is the champion tree hopper. I think he's... Oh, yes. No? Didn't work. It didn't work! It didn't work! No, I'm gonna find a photograph of it so I can show people. I think he's really cool. And he looks like he's a gladiator, which makes me think he's fought a lot of battles. But actually, I think these are pure prey animals. I don't think they can do anything against predators. But I guess the spiny ones probably have some level of defense. But the champion one probably just gets eaten because all he has is a little hat. This is the champion tree hopper. You can sit next to the Mexican one. There's clearly two types of defense modes. So there's the globulare and also this snail-looking one. And these probably have deterrence based on like objects on top, so the birds don't really want to mess with them. But they're actually really small. They're like smaller than the size of your fingernail. So if you found one, you would just be able to snap it up, you know? But maybe what it is they kind of look like fruit on a tree. But that would honestly make birds... That would make birds want to eat them more, wouldn't they? Especially this blobby-looking one, because this probably looks like fruit to some birds. I don't know. Is crabs bugs? No. That's a separate family of creatures. Anyway, this is the tree hopper, and it's an invasive species, and most people don't really like them, and a lot of them come from like South America, which is really interesting. You know, people were just complaining about how all the cool bugs were Asian, but actually there's a lot of cool bugs in South and Central America too, and they're very interesting. Yeah. They look like a leaf. The tree hopper can look like a leaf. Tree hoppers can look like a leaf too. Yeah. They can often look like leaves or debris or stuff. Might look strange to the bird for them to eat. I don't know. Did you know some of them will hang around ants and then they hang out with the ants so that they can protect the ants from predators? I don't know how they would protect the ants from predators. Just maybe camouflage or something? So they use camouflage and they just protect the ants from predators while the ants are collecting stuff. They have symbiotic relationship with ants. I don't know if it's actually symbiotic. It might just be a mutual relationship. Actually, ants can have a lot of relationships with different bugs. Sometimes they can march around and they can see like different things. And it's kind of interesting. Ants are social creatures. I mean, it makes sense that they're social creatures. But you really wouldn't think that any bugs are social creatures. Wait, let me label this one because I don't know what it is. Question mark. It's some kind of larva. Yeah, what do the ants do for them? The ants collect food for them. The ants collect food. Anyway, next bug! Ah! Someone wanted a beetle. So I found a beetle. This one. Do you know what this one is, Mr. Beetle Guy? Do you know what this beetle is? Do you know what this beetle is? I bet you can't guess what this beetle is. I bet you can't guess what the beetle is. What is it? Where my stag beetle bros at? It's still symbiotic. A one-way beneficial symbiotic relationship is commensalism, and a two-way one is mutualism. Mutualism! Commensalism! I think it's a mutual. I think it's a mutual friendly relationship. This one is a Goliath beetle. It's a Goliath beetle. It's a Goliath beetle. People say we beetle around. Ants are not social, they're eusocial. With big difference. What does the word eusocial mean? Showing an advanced level of social organization in which a single female or caste produces offspring and non-reproductive individuals cooperate in caring for the young. I'm just saying externally. Actually, I tricked you. This one is like this big. It is pretty cool. Yay. Actually, I don't think they're very damaging, guys. They're kind of just really big, so predators don't really want to eat them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of different colors of them. These are one of the largest insects on planet Earth, and a lot of them come from Africa. Can we name it Hercules? Well, I don't think it really works to name him Hercules because there is a Hercules beetle, and that would be a misnomer, and then people would get confused and they would think that the Goliath beetle is actually a Hercules beetle. Hercules beetle is a completely separate species. Can we name him Goliath? You can't name him Hercules because there's also a Hercules beetle. It's a different thing. Name him David. Okay, he can be David. This one can be David. Yeah. Did you know that some of them are actually kind of endangered and they're on the protection list? I guess people really like them and think they're cool looking, so they try to catch them whenever they can. But and there's also a lot of destroying their environment. Goliath beetles are very they need rot, and people don't like rat. Humans don't like rats, so they try to clear out a rat. But they really need to eat like they need to eat like rotting proteins and stuff. What about Sam or Sammy? No, it's okay. We can name him David. You killed an endangered beetle? No, I found it. I found it dead already. I didn't kill it. There's only 6 species of this guy. Most of these bugs have like 20 or more different species, but there's only 6 species of Goliath beetle. I mean, there's different species of other things, but there are only 6 of these specific Goliath beetle, the Golianthus. Or Goliathus. The Goliathus beetle, but they actually have a tribe, and it's a whole thing. They are actually in the family Scarabidae. So anyone who said that he looked Egyptian is partially correct because they are in the scarab family, but they are separate because they are Centoninae instead, and they are flower-chasing beetles. Yes. Yeah. They like flowers. I think scarabs mostly run around the ground. I don't know what scarabs eat, actually. They're not dung beetles at all. They like flowers, and they're pretty bugs, and they like flowers. Hi, best friend. Hi, best friend. Oh, this one likes flowers. This is a Goliath beetle. I imagine the family reunions must get crowded. Oh yeah, they've got. I usually don't. You know, there's even more separations on the kingdom, phylum, class, order, suborder, infraorder, family, subfamily stuff. And this one has a tribe and a subtribe, and then the genus, which is pretty crazy. Usually, you don't need that many specifications, but the Goliath beetle is pretty special, and it has a lot of stuff. Yeah. This one I think is a female. Oh no, this one might be a male. Has this very small Y on his head. They use the Ys to fight each other. Yeah. According to the mummy, scarabs eat human flesh. I mean, they probably could because they probably like rotting things. I mean, it's probably not so bad. Human flesh is probably okay to eat after a certain level of decomposition, but it probably wouldn't be good to eat fresh because they probably can't digest that kind of thing, and it might have too much water content for their bodies. I don't know. I don't know if a bug would actually want to eat human flesh like that. There's just a lot of liquids and like probably metals in the blood that they probably can't deal with very well. They specifically need to eat soft things. They're like baby bugs. I really wouldn't expect them to do that. Anyway, here's another thing that I found. I think this is a string of eggs. I think it's a string of eggs. It could be like a millipede eggs or something. I don't know. That's hair. That's not hair. Is a hairball? I think you're wrong, best friend. I think it's a clump of eggs. You know that lots of bugs can lay their eggs in strings? And so it might look like a thread, but actually it's eggs. I'm just waiting for it to hatch so I can see what comes out of it. Lice do. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see what comes out of it. Maybe I'll catch something really interesting this time. I think it's cool. Wait, really? Yeah. Bugs can lay their eggs in strings. And so can fish. Fish can too. Pretty good camouflage then. Yeah. Okay, next bug. Thorn bug. Isn't he cute? I have to show you this photograph of a bunch of thorn bugs really quick. You will be so impressed. I have to show you this picture. His name is Ambonia crassicornis. Wait, I gotta show you this picture of a bunch of thorn bugs all grouped together. I think they're really cool. Look! Ah! Isn't it cool? They look like thorns! Ah! It's a thorn bug. It's cute. Thorn bug! This is a thorn bug? It looks like one big plate. Yeah, it looks like the thorns on a tree. They could come from everywhere. But, they are pests in South Florida. Yeah, they evolved thorns so plants wouldn't have to consider... Ah! I wonder if they protect the plants. I'm actually not sure. They're kind of a Western Hemisphere bug. See, this is a cool Western Hemisphere bug. They can come in yellow and green and different colors. Yeah! Isn't that cool? Damn, Floridia's got to deal with it too. Yeah, you can find them in Florida sometimes as a pest. They're very cool. Yeah. Interesting. He's cool. His name is Sting. Are there points as sharp as thorns? Probably. I don't know, actually. Thorn bug. How chitinous do you think their exoskeleton is? Sometimes sometimes the spiny looking bugs are actually quite soft. So you wouldn't really know. You wouldn't really know. I haven't touched one before. I would have to find out. Came for Lemon's favorite bugs. This is the I have to write the name on it. You know, like praying mantises, you would think they're actually really hard, but they're really not that hard at all. They're quite soft and they don't really have any hard appendages. They're kind of nice. I need to get going. It's super duper good to see you again, Lucy. I hope you have a fantastic move. Please remember, you'll always be my best friend forever, best friend. Okay, best friend. Thanks for coming by. Thornbug. Thornbug. I think he's great. Thornbugs are actually fairly hard. Oh, I haven't touched one because I haven't been to Florida, but I found this one in Mexico and I thought it was great. Ah, he's a hard bug! So it does function as a thorn. I wonder if this one also has a symbiotic relationship with trees. Maybe you could stick a bunch of them on like roses or something, and then it would protect the rose from all the predators that might want to eat stuff. Or aphids. But I don't think they are carnivorous bugs. What do they eat? Oh, they also eat sap. This is a collection of sap eaters, except for the scorpion. The scorpion eats other bugs, but this is also a sap-eating bug. Ooh, this is a sap-eating bug. Did you know that thorn bugs mate for life? They are romantic. Yes. Thank you for showing us super bug collection. They blend right in with the rose duck. They only mate once. They mate once, and that's it. So they are competitive. Yes. They vibrate to find mates. I wonder, there's probably a call. Oh, there is a call. Yes. A lot of the bugs with the shield-looking things are actually usually two appendages, and so they'll rub their wings together. This is probably a rub their wings together kind of courtship call. Anything with the thorax wings, usually based on, well, I don't know if this is for sure, but usually when there's thorax wings, the bugs will rub them together for the mating call. That's pretty common. Big commonality for bugs with that. You can also see it in grasshoppers, cicadas, crickets, anything like that. They're rubbing it against I think it's the wings against the back legs or something, and they rub really fast so it makes that chirping sound. It's probably a chirping bug. Yeah, with some clicks. Either clicks or chirps. I wonder what sound they make when they do that. Some sort of chirp or those things. Yeah. 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 And thornbugs like older men. Okay, next bug. I got more bugs, best friend. I got more bugs. Oh, I gotta go catch my plane. But look at this one. This one is not a Luna moth. This one is a poodle moth, which is a separate thing. This one is a poodle moth. It's a poodle moth. It's not a stupid Luna moth. Poodle moth. I like the Atlas moth. Well, I like the poodle moth. Poodle moth. I just think she's neat. So it doesn't drop moonlight greatsword. No, this is not like a moonlit moth. This is the poodle moth. Very fluffy. It looks dusty. All moths have dust, actually. That's their scales. Butterflies and moths both have scales on their wings, and you wouldn't really see it, but if you zoom in really close, you can see that their wings are covered in tiny little scales, so whenever you touch their wings and some sort of powder comes off, that's actually your finger oils taking the scales off. So you should never touch a butterfly or moth's wings directly, or else you'll probably impede their ability to fly, because the scales are what covers the delicate structure and lets them catch air in their wings, otherwise they won't be able to catch. So don't touch wings on bugs. Well, you can touch like a tree hopper's wings, because they don't really have the same structure, but you can't touch a butterfly or moth wings. They have little scales on it. That's what the powder is. The dust is scales. So yeah. Anyway, this is a Venezuelan poodle moth. Venezuelan poodle moth. Yeah. Yeah. It's from Venezuela. I think it's not actually called a Venezuelan poodle moth, though. It's specifically not really called that. And even actually, when the poodle moth got really big on the internet, people were really excited and they kept calling it Venezuelan poodle moth, but it's actually not from. It doesn't have to specifically be from Venezuela, and that's not a scientific name anyway. But people kept calling it that, which is kind of funny. Sometimes bugs go viral on the internet, which is funny because they don't actually spread viruses. You know? So yeah. Regular poodle moth. They don't spread viruses. They're relatively clean bugs. And they're quite cool. No viruses, why not? Well, they don't actually transmit too many things because they can't even interact. Most moths just drink pollen. Or they just eat, they drink nectar, and they are pollinators. That's, I mean, partially why they are so fuzzy is because they can move things around. And so, yes. Yeah. They are cleaner than people. Well, potentially, moths can carry a number of parasites. However, I guess similar to humans, because humans can also carry parasites and bacteria inside. But moths can also be victim to a lot of parasites, and so they can be taken over by parasites, especially in the larval stage. And then in the larval stage, they can be eaten by birds so as to spread, like the very famous the like rainbow squishy looking one that gets eaten by snails and stuff. That one's very common. Also tapeworm type things, those can also infect grasshoppers and stuff, especially because moths probably don't like water. Any sort of bug that doesn't like water can be targeted by parasites, because parasites don't like water, and so they'll hide out in the bodies of these things, and then they'll just fly around and they'll get kind of pooped out, and then eventually they'll kill the bug, and they share in the digestive system, I think. So they just eat whatever the bug has eaten, and then eventually the bug cannot sustain both it and the parasite, so the bug will die, and then the parasite will get picked up by the next thing. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, so they're not, well, I guess parasites aren't dirty by default. They are just kind of gross. It's not dirt though, so maybe they're still clean. Anyway, I found this thing, and I'm not sure what it is. Looks so strange. That's a human hand? Well, I have human hands. I have human hands and they don't look like that. You know? How come my human hands look like this? These are clearly not the same thing. This must be some new species of five-legged bug. Maybe that spot on it is its eyes? Those are not human. My hands are normal. Look, I have all my fingers and everything. I don't think this is it. This is it. Where did you find it? Sumatra. I don't know what it is. I'm really not sure. I've never seen any sort of bug like this before. Let's just write a question mark. You guys don't know what it is either? You keep saying human hand, but I don't think it's a human hand. Oh, that's my hand. I wonder where it went. I was looking for things. Now I'm just missing one hand. No! You said your name. You have no name, not no hands. If you had no hands, your name would be No Hands Creature. But your name is No Name Creature. You got it backwards, best friend. You can't just take things. No, I found this. It's like a stick bug, only it looks like a man. It could be a species of stick bug. A newly evolved form of stick bug that looks like human hands as a camouflage so birds don't eat it because they're scared. Yeah. I think we got it. Okay. I also have this one. I just didn't have time to talk about it. This is not an orchid praying mantis. This is a spiny flower mantis, which is a separate bug. This is a spiny flower mantis. Yay. These are very cool. These are nice bugs. This is a nice guy. This is a spiny flower mantis. That's a lot of words. Spiny flower. Ooh. Mantis. Okay. Yeah. Is it related to the praying mantis? You can use your basic level of deduction to figure out if the spiny flower mantis is related to the... You know what, best friend? I don't think you're paying attention to me. I don't even want to show you my last bug now. Where is it? Where did the last bug go? I don't know. The last bug seems to have run away. The last bug has run away. I have to go catch it. Where did it go? The last bug ran away and I have to catch it. Oh, I had it. It had like a yellow 5-headed, like 5-pointed head kind of thing. And then it also had like, it had like almost a human face on it. And oh god, and it was white. Its body was white. And it's gone. I had it here. I literally had it here. Sounds familiar. It was like yellow on top, and it had like 5 points on it. Oh my god, I have to go find it. I have to go find it. Bye, best friend. I hope you had fun. Okay, bye.